Now I've done that dumb Pokemon video, I can get on with washing my dishes. I've got a big backlog of dishes in the kitchen. I think I need to, like, give them a good scrub. I got one of those things with a sponge on the end that you put the liquid in and it makes bubbles. It's great, it's great. Tomias. Oh, hey Goku from Dragon Ball Z. How are you? I'm okay, Tomias. You need to make the Bloodborne Drip list, though. The Bloodborne Drip list? You mean the one where everyone has the British accent? Yes. You need to do it now. Alright man, this is just straight up disgusting. You're walking around wearing zero clothing apart from some flesh cape, and you are using placenta as a weapon, while God knows what is dripping off of you. I feel sick! While there may be drip here in a literal sense, like fucking you are slimy and dripping, it is gross, man. Please, sort it out. There she is. It's the daughter of the cosmos herself. Wait a minute. This is all too familiar. They took the vagina dragon from Dark Souls 1 and turned it into some vaginal tentacle monster. This is somehow way worse. You got like a toothy vagina dragon, then you got like a space vaginal tentacle monster. What happened here? Although, I gotta say, what a beautiful set of eyes you've got. Like, those are absolutely breathtaking. First of all, that posture, whack. Straighten your back, girl. You gotta strut your stuff. Come on now. Next, you're gonna have to get a new hood. It looks as if you've been wearing that hood for literally, like, centuries? Have you had that thing for centuries? Then we got both your fingernails and your toenails. Both are way too long. Please, someone get this girl a pamper day as soon as possible. You need to get that sorted. Although, I still haven't addressed the elephant in the room. Those designer eyeball effect accessories that you're wearing all over your gown? Those are mad drip! I've never seen anything like that before. This could be paving the way for generations to come. I do love it, but you still kinda suck. So what we have here is an enormous shame. We have quite a good looking chap. He has quite a nice, what can we call that, a head? And that's all cool and all, but he, as you guys know around these parts by now, I'm big on keeping those nails maintained, and man, he doesn't have two poorly maintained set of fingernails like the most of us. He has 6 sets of poorly maintained fingernails and then some poorly maintained toenails on top of that. This guy, he's really just let himself go, and it's a big shame. He's quite a charming, handsome young man, and I'd love to see him maintain himself nice. And I mean, it might be an idea just to get those extra 2 sets of arms removed. I mean, I'm sure there's some surgeon out there who'll do it, right? I mean, just streamline yourself, slim down, get rid of all the excess extra fashion statements you got going on, and just go for that normal 2-arm look, huh? You see, this big lovable fella right here probably wouldn't be this high on the list. I mean, look at him. He's a bit tatty, a bit ragged. He's got his rib cage on display, which is like, what the fuck is he doing with his rib cage on display? Like I know rib cage isn't always the worst thing, but like, it's literally, there's no skin there. It's raw. There's a raw red rib cage. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. And he's got that whole long arm deal going on. He's kind of just like a rotten looking guy, but there's one thing about this guy, and it makes him stand out, and it's the first one I've seen in this game. It is that bespoke headpiece, man. Look at those horns. He's got this kind of like bone material going on, like the black kind of bone material covering the very top of his head all the way to his massive horns with the red accent. It's a really cool, bold statement that I mean, I really appreciate it. For a first boss in the game, he is looking well. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Tomias, this guy is fucking disgusting, and I agree with you, but you clearly aren't looking at this the same way I am. You see a kind of cut up looking guy who just wants to eat things, yeah? While that may be the case, you are not acknowledging the look he's going for and what he is pulling off. My man has set out to achieve that Little Red Riding Hood look. My man is literally both the big bad wolf and Little Red Riding Hood at the same time. That is mad drip. He's went for some sort of deeper meaning to the look of his outfit, and I mean, there's not enough of that these days, to be honest with you. That hood that he's wearing, that little scarf that he's got going on. Have you even bothered to look into what make that is? Did you even realise that's Balenciaga? Exactly. While he may not be the heaviest dripper in town, he's certainly making an effort. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor. Hey, you like Tomias content, kid? Yeah. You want more Tomias content, kid? I guess so. Then come on down to the Tomias channel membership realm. All you gotta do is hit that join button right next to Tomias' name on the video page, and you can look at the tiers. We have the fellas, we have Snort, we have a Bombage, we have Curry Seagull, all with a range of rewards for your loyalty. So please, take time to look at them, and if you want to see more Tomias content and want to support the channel, consider hitting that join button today. Fun fact, I've spent God knows how long calling this boss Dark Beast Pearl, like as in Mr. Krabs' daughter from SpongeBob. I only found out that it was Dark Beast Paul while making this drip list. So anyway, into the drip. There's not a whole lot of drip here. When you first look at it, it's just a skinny, skeletal, long thing with legs and arms, and yeah, it's pretty fucking lame, to be honest with you. No real fashion statements going on, nothing really, until you realise it's quite literally electrifying. Look at this, there's electricity coursing through this skeleton's body. How that's happening, I have no idea, but it's cool. That's not even the crown jewel when we come here. Look at that face. Paul has chosen to opt for no nose. They went for that whole Voldemort look, and my god, that's kinda drip. That's kinda hot. Like, not gonna lie, I'm impressed. Everyone has a nose, right? Nearly everyone has a nose. So opting to be the one guy who chose not to have a nose, I mean, that's something to me. So hats off to Paul, Mr. Krabs. What we have here is like another big shame, really. We have this cool, quite suave chap up top, standing there posing in front of a blood moon. Like, I mean, come on, we like a good blood moon around these parts. It's pretty drip. He's got a handsome little face. He's got quite a good in shape physique. But then he's just lugging this big thing around. I don't know what we can even call this. Is it like a beast? Is it a dude? Is he a dude on top of a dude? I don't understand. It's kind of lacking, really. I want to see something kind of cooler. Like, could he not have ridden a horse? Maybe like a nice shining steed with some like a diamond horse armor, some encrusted saddles or something. Instead, he's just on this thing. You guys are definitely wondering how these fellas got this high on the list, and to be honest with you, this one's going to be short but sweet. I just think it's really funny how they run around with their little hands in the air and just run around. Look at the way they use their arms when they're walking. They're just little goofy guys, little goofy mushroom-looking guys. They kind of look like penises, though, which is kind of not drip, actually. I'm contradicting myself. I will die on this hill. These guys, they deserve this place, and there's nothing you can say otherwise. Look, they're surrounded by sunflowers. Sunflowers are drip. They're in at the minute. People like wearing sunflower-based accessories. You see, upon first glance, Mr. Rom here is literally the embodiment of everything I hate. I hate spiders. I'm terrified of spiders. Spiders are horrible things. But when you scratch beneath the surface, you really see that this beast is kind of dripping. Look at him. He got how many legs? Look, I know I was just talking to Amygdala about cutting down, but Amygdala's whole thing isn't that he's a spider. He's a bloke who would kind of go in spider mode, right? This guy is a whole ass spider, and spiders have 8 legs. I'm counting like 8 legs on each side right now. This guy goes above and beyond, and he's got this kind of like head going on. At first glance, you might think that's just what his head looks like, but if you look into it, get your little precious mineral tester out, you'll realise that's actually just made of pure grey moonstone. That is moonstone, bro. That's a precious rock used in jewellery. Look it up. That's very Drip. And he's got so many eyeballs. Like, he can see everyone around him. No one's sneaking up on this man, believe me. And then he got this little face that's kind of saying, like, you know, like, he's gasping. He's like, constantly in shock. He looks like a mixture between, like, Scream and, well, I don't know, Spider. I don't know where I'm going with this, actually. Yeah, he's dripping, although he's kind of disgusting. He's dripping. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is a tentacle monster done right. Look at the moon presence. Look at that weave, man. You might at first think those are tentacles. While they may be, that's actually moon presence's hair. And all I'm gonna say is, while it's got that whole wild child kind of raised in the wilderness kind of look, looking a bit Tarzan-esque, it's mad Drip. You can tell that there is some styling going on there. There's definitely, there is some sort of direction Moon Presence is taking here, and it is sick. And then he's got these whole last tentacles with the little bits coming off them. Is that like a tree branch kind of deal? That's kind of nice, bro. Not to mention, when you first meet the Moon Presence, the whole choir starts going crazy with the oh, and he's descending in front of a fucking blood moon, man. That is one way to make an entrance. All I'm saying is not even runway models make an entrance like this. The Moon Presence knows how to enter a room. He enters the room and everyone's pissed off because he is dripping harder than most of them. That's all I'm saying. Moon Presence, while he might be a bit of an eyesore, has mad drip. Shadow of Yarnum, right? These guys are going for that classic stealth look. They are hooded, silhouetted figures who don't really show you anything. They've just got this head-to-toe sleek robe going on. I can't say it's silk. I think it might be manufactured silk, which is a bit of a no-no, but you gotta forgive them because it is absolutely sleek. Then what you gotta remember is they all have a different trade. One guy literally spits fire here. He is bar for bar coming at you during the boss fight, spitting flames in your direction. He is trying to sell you his mixtape, is all I'm saying. And these guys have never lost a dance battle, let me tell you. These guys are actually the Yarnum fucking dance battle champions. They are the hottest street dance trio this world has ever seen. Now this is what I like to call dedicating your life to the drip. Cleric Beast up there at 18th place, he heard what I was saying about them. You know what he did about that? He fucking set himself on fire, bro. He set himself on fire for the cause. Now he's dripping mad hard. Look at this guy. Look at this Lawrence guy. Cleric Beast finally tells us that his name's actually Lawrence, and he set himself on fire. That's insane. That's mad drip. That headpiece, not only is it fucking outstanding, it's literally kindling while I'm speaking. That is absolutely unbelievable. And not to mention the fact, he literally cuts his bottom half off mid-boss fight just to show you that he doesn't even need fucking legs, man. He doesn't need those legs to beat you. This guy beats you with his drip alone. He spits fire. He spits bars. Like I was saying earlier about that Shadow of Yarnum guy, he spits flames. This guy deserves to climb 8 places from 18th up to 10th, is all I'm saying. Hats off. Alright, you know there's one thing I'm about to say about this dude. Look at that headpiece. He has this glowing orb going on. That is insane. The whole blue LEDs inside of the headpiece, it's like a kind of a translucent kind of like plastic looking headpiece that he's wearing, but he's got these blue LEDs shining out through it. And then he has this, I don't know how he does it. Does he have a button? He pushes these little worms out. He got these mad glowing neon worms coming out of his headpiece. It looks like, you know when you want to highlight your hair and you put one of them caps on and then you pull the bits through that you want to get bleach on. It's like that. That's the look he's going for. He's going for that. Yeah, I just got done dyeing my hair, but you know, I'm gonna leave it like this because it's mad drip. It's fucking mad drip, bro. And then is he wearing an adult diaper? Man. That's fucking drip. As if he comes stepping out. He ain't insecure about his toiletry habits. He comes stepping out saying, yeah, I shit, I piss in my pants. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, bro? That's drip. Plus, I'm looking at this whole bottom half piece he wearing. That's designer, bro. That's fucking designer. That's Coco Chanel. That's a Coco Chanel shit bag, bro. Not gonna dwell on this one much. Not a whole lot I can say here apart from it is a dog man with horns. Vicar Amelia is a whole ass pooch. A fucking man's best friend with a lot of teeth. Is a fucking religious figure while also being a man and having horns. That shit is dripping itself. Vicar Amelia's kind of going for this never-ending story kind of look. It's Drip. Those are some nice horns. He's got a nice little black wet nose that I'd love to boop over and over again. I'm not gonna lie to you. He looks like a very good boy, and I think he's just misunderstood and wants a treat. That's all I'm saying. It's Drip. Go fuck yourself. Now this, my friends, is where I like to say the real Drip begins. Mergo's wetness. Look at this beast. We have this whole shrouded deal going on, like we did with Shadow of Yarnum, this whole kind of sleek, shrouded, mysterious figure. But we got this whole hood, which is dealing also as a mouth kind of deal looking. And look at the amount of chains this beast is wearing. She is, I'm not quite sure because of the shroud, absolutely iced out to the nines. There is no corners cut here. Diamond after diamond after diamond, carrot after carrot after carrot. There are chains laced all the way down this shroud. And then you've got 4 scythe end looking hand kind of deals. And who needs hands? That's all I'm saying. Who needs hands when you can have diamond encrusted sterling silver scythes for hands? That is unbelievable. Such a sinister looking outfit, but fucking Drip, man. Like, sometimes you gotta be edgy, you gotta be goth, you gotta shop it on topic, you know what I mean? Who said old men can't have unrelentless amounts of drip? Please. If I ever find anyone saying that, you're gonna be banned from my YouTube channel. This guy is rocking that nice top hat. He's got this nice sleek top hat going on for a whole gentleman look, followed by he's wearing like a trench coat with some maroon, like crimson looking pants with a nice shrouded cape over him. It's a bit tatty, could be improved. I'm not gonna lie, the maintenance here isn't the greatest, but it's got that black outside and that crimson inside, matching with his trench coat and pants combo. It's unbelievable. He's got this slick kind of grey weave. He's not dyeing his hair, he's embracing the grey. And then, something that everyone knows I'm going to be happy about, he's got this scythe. While it may be rusty and rotten, he's still rocking this big ass scythe. All I'm saying, if this guy maintained himself better, if he kind of got that cape fixed up, if he kind of got his scythe refurbished, this man would be higher on the list. And the award for the prettiest smile in all of Bloodborne goes to none other than Father Gascoigne here. This man comes from a long line of heavy drippers. We got Father Gascoigne, we got Paul Gascoigne. What more could you need? This man is constantly smiling because he's so happy. Not to mention he's got that Walter White Heisenberg looking hat going on. He got this very, very slick waistcoat on under his coat. That's absolutely insane, Drip. You see that necklace? That's pure platinum round his neck. Absolutely beautiful piece that he's wearing there. God knows how much that set him back. Not to mention the fact he's got an insane weave and such a nicely maintained piece of facial hair going on. Look at that beard. That, you can tell he's a well-groomed man. Then we got him holding this gun in his right hand, but also an axe in his left hand. He is wielding the axe with his left hand. This man is a left-handed king. You know what they say about left-handed people, right? I'm not quite sure what they say about left-handed people, but all I know is Father Gascoigne's left-handed, and that's insane enough. He's swinging with his left hand. Bro, there's not much else I can say here. He's an early game boss, he gives you an absolute cheek clapping, and he smiles all the time. That's fucking Drip. Man, horse, man. It sounds like a fucking recipe for disaster, and it is. But it works so well. We have Ludwig right here, the Holy Blade. Look at him go. He charges around like a horse, but he has the intellect of a man. He is a majestic creature. He has such a nice weave going on his back. Look at that hair, man. He has been growing that for a very long time. Next, he's got this kind of cloak. He's got this shroud around his back. It's a very nice looking shroud. Some very, very fine needlework going on there. He got a whole load of legs. A couple of them are a little bit deformed, which is, you know what? Hats off to you. Deformed limbs are kind of Drip in their own. He got this second little mouth just sticking out of his neck saying, "Oh, look at me, I'm Ludwig's second mouth," which is kind of cool. Imagine being able to talk with your big horse mouth, but then your second little mouth. Unless, like, maybe he feeds the second little mouth. He just uses his mouth to talk, so his breath never gets bad. But the little mouth's just there, to, to put the food in. So, like, if he's eating, like, a stinky onion, you can put that in there. Next is the important part. Let's talk about the sword, bro. He got the iconic sword. He got the Moonlight Greatsword. Absolutely fucking outstanding. Look at it. We don't need to go into too much detail about this fucking piece. It is unreal. We all know it's the heaviest amount of drip one man can possess. We all know it's the best dripping sword in the entire franchise. Man, when he unveils the sword, the way he makes an entrance, he just holds it up, and you know the cutscene. You know the cutscene, guys. He fucking knows how to make an entrance. This guy is dripping in both personality, both hybridness, both rocking his deformed little legs, and his sword. And that's it. Ludwig, the cool guy. Thanks. Wii U, anime babe alert. We got Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower. What a heavy dripper. Coming in at the 3rd place, man. She has such an outfit on her. She has this very fine, well-crafted hat with a very slick little feather. Fucking rumor has it, she plucked that feather from a dove in biblical times, is all I'm saying. Then she got this very nice red scarf coming out of her shirt at the very top. It's a beautiful little piece, topped with a nice, very nice, fine, solid gold brooch with an emerald in the middle. 24 karat gold brooch with a nice crafted emerald in the middle. Then she got this weave, she got this tied back hair. She keeps her bangs hanging out, which is, I mean, everyone knows bangs are mad in at the minute. And then she got her hair tied back so it doesn't get in the way while she's pummeling your fucking ass, because she is going to do so with her 2 fucking swords, bro. Lady Maria walking around with 2 swords. She dual wielding. Everyone in these parts is using a gun and a sword. Lady Maria turns around and says, not likely. She pulls out her 2 swords and she fucking chops at the speed of light while strutting around in some nice boots, by the way. Are those Uggs? You wearing Ugg boots? Fucking fire. And then she got the trench coat. She got that classic Father Gascoigne-esque trench coat going on, which is real nice to see. With a nice set of gloves as well. She really making the hunter look work for her. I don't even know where to begin. This guy has such amounts of drip. He comes out repping a weave to end all weaves to begin with. He's got that very nice long grey hair and that long grey beard. He's going for that kind of Gandalf Dumbledore look, you know, that kind of wizard look. Nothing but respect. But that weave is topped with an absolute solid gold crown, encrusted with what I heard are the crown jewels, actually. Don't know how he got his hands on them, but more power to him. He's got this very, very nice crown. He is repping this whole ass gown, by the way. He wears, like, it looks like he's wearing a ballroom gown, for crying out loud. This guy really, really knows how to make a statement. Next, he's got these 2 solid gold chains with these pendants on them, which are absolutely, I wouldn't even like to imagine how much they weigh. Then, he's walking around repping a scythe. You know a scythe is the heaviest dripping weapon you can possibly use apart from the Moonlight the Moonlight Greatsword. So he got this scythe which glows red on the end. It's got this nice long, like, wooden handle made out of pure mahogany with the tip being a glowing red metal of sorts. Not quite sure what that is. I don't know if it's even a defined metal, but man, it is nice. Very nice. He also has a little offhanded sword, which if you look closely at the sword, it actually is made of gold, which, while that's probably not the best idea for a sword, I mean, gold's not the strongest material, it's still drip. He doesn't care how strong the sword's going to be because, well, it's a fashion statement. Surely, he must be the heaviest dripper in all of Yarnum, but that wouldn't quite be correct, because there's one guy who pulls out more stops. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we have it. It's the fucking fashion statement of the century. We have Mikalash, host of Nightmares. Who thought it could be anyone else? You know what? I'm going to leave the best part till last, and I'm going to address the rest of his outfit first. He's wearing a very nice robe with some very long, big sleeves to allow his arms to flow gracefully through the air. He just waves them around, talking all the time, speaking with his sleeves pretty much. It's very nice to see. He also be trotting around in sandals, which is, you know, anyone who's wearing sandals to a fist fight is some sort of heavy dripper. That's mad respect. He has a hood on the back of his robe as well, which I don't really know what use that is to him, because my god, he's wearing a fucking cage on his head. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You knew I'd get to it in the end. My man Mikalash is wearing a 24 karat gold cage on his head. I know it might not look golden, but trust me, it's painted. That shit is made from the finest materials in all of Yarnum. Look at that cage. He trots around. He knows people are going to look at him. He knows he's making a statement. It's a very bold statement. He just has a little hole in the front of the cage for him to speak through and see through. So, you know, it's very smart, actually, the cage's design, because we wouldn't want to interrupt his vision, because that might interrupt the way he performs. So he has this little slot just for him to see, but apart from that, he's got this cage on his head, and it isn't an ordinary cage. It's not like a little small like dog cage. It's a big long cage. God knows what that was originally designed to house, but Mikalash said, nah, you know what, that's my outfit, and I'm gonna wear it, and I'm gonna rock it, and I'm gonna drip on everyone. And I mean, I can't argue with the guy. It's absolutely insane. While being one of the, you know, the easier bosses in the game, to be honest with you, he doesn't care. He doesn't really care about fighting. He doesn't care about being tough in a realm where the most important thing about someone is to be tough. He just wants to make a statement. He wants to walk around and say, hey, I am paving the way for generations to come. Everyone should start wearing cages on their head. This is the future. And seeing a maverick like this man always makes me happy. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why he is the heaviest dripper in all of Bloodborne. Hey guys, thank you for making it this far and watching the fucking Bloodborne video. This video is way harder to make than any of the others because there's some avant-garde character designs in this game, and it was a real task to filter through them. But yeah, if you've enjoyed it, make sure to fucking leave a like, watch the rest of the drip list, and subscribe, yeah? And I'll see you next time.